So if you are practicing in your area and if there is some epidemic in that area, or if you find that that area is not having the proper water supply, and because of that impure water the patient may have symptoms like nausea, vomiting, stomach ache, loose motions, or constipation. So repeatedly if you are having the same complaint, then you this is your duty to inform it to the municipal corporation, or you have to be inform it to the other practitioner. You have to be informed to the higher authority so that they will take a proper steps, और दूसरे physician को भी पता चलेगा कि this is the happening in our area. So this is your duty as a citizen, as a physician, to give the proper your observation to the proper authority where you are practicing. एंड दिस इज द दूसरा एक इसका फायदा ये होता है कि इन द न्यूज पेपर व्हेन द न्यूज कम्स, हमको भी पता चलता है कि यस देयर इज समथिंग इज हैपनिंग इन आवर एरिया. इफ द पेशेंट कम्स टू अस यू विल आल्सो मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड. सो वाइस वर्सा हमको ये फायदा होता है. They shall play their part in enforcing the laws of community and in sustaining the institutions that advance the interest of the humanity. They shall cooperate with the authorities in the observance and enforcement of sanitary laws and regulations, and shall observe the provisions of all laws related to drugs, poisons, and pharmacy made for the protection and promotion of public health. So this you the as a citizen you have to follow all these rules. You have to concern some health problem in your community. Second thing is that you should all follows the sanitary laws that are given by the government, that is we known as the disposal, biodisposal. As in the machines they are the e-disposals. Similarly, we are having biodisposals. So for that, you should follow all sanitary laws and regulations which are related to drugs, poisons, and pharmacy, so that the health of the public will be protected. Nowadays, we are using the mask, disposable mask if you are using. So this is your responsibility. You should not throw that use mask on the road, or it should not be disposed anywhere. So this is your duty, and as a physician you know if you are not disposing it properly, then this may spread infection. So you should aware other people how to dispose that mask. It should be disposed properly in the covered dustbin. And sometimes this is also happening in the society. The use mask, they are washing it and they are selling. So again, this should not happen. If you are observing such thing, then you should ask that patient not to do so, because they will play with the health of the other human being. This is a very dangerous for the society. So this is your duty as a citizen, as a physician, for the society. Second is the public health. Homeopathic practitioner should work for the public health. They should enlighten the public concerning quarantine regulations and measures for the prevention of epidemic and communicable diseases. So they should give the proper information, they should give the proper knowledge to the person in the epidemic. Now we are facing the same thing. You should give the proper knowledge, medical knowledge to the society to combat with this epidemic. At all times, the practitioner shall notify the constituted public health authorities of every case of communicable disease under their care in accordance with the laws and regulations of the health authorities. When an epidemic prevails, the practitioner of homeopathy shall continue his labors without regard to the risk of his own health. Nowadays, we are facing such problem because there is an epidemic of the COVID. All the homeopathic practitioners are on their toes to treat the patient. In certain hospitals, COVID hospitals also, government has given the permission to treat the patient with the homeopathy. Certain they are not in a mood to give the treatment by homeopathy, but yes, the few hospitals are there. They are allowing that patient to treat with the homeopathy or the allopathy also. So our aim should be to remove that epidemic, to remove that pandemic, not to give the higher the priority with any pathy, because we are all under the medical field. We are all the service giver physicians, and our aim should be the betterment of patient. So there should not be any controversy regarding the pathy. If you are having the supplementary drugs which can cure the patient, yes, you should give it. So many homeopathic practitioners are ready to give their service to the COVID patient. So this should be your attitude. At the same time, you should notify if the patient comes to you with the cough, coryza, fever, or the symptoms of the pneumonia, this is your first duty to inform to the medical authorities or the public health authorities. If such a patient come to me on such date, I have asked him to do the COVID test, and I am sending it to the municipal corporation or to any public health authority hospital. So this is your duty to give this message properly. Otherwise, what will happen? That patient will not. If he is aware of his health, then he will definitely go. But if he ignores it, if he take it very lightly, then he may spread the infection to the society. And hence, for the better way, you also give the proper information to the health authorities कि ऐसा ऐसा पेशेंट मेरे पास आया था, I am sending him for the COVID test. So this is about the pandemic, or this is about the epidemic. A practitioner should dispense or he should give or administer his own medicine. So we are giving our own medicine, we are dispensing it by our own way. And if the medicine is not available with us, then we are sending that patient to the pharmacy. But with that, he should have the proper prescription. In that prescription, we know the parts of prescription. So that prescription should be complete one. So this is your second question. What is the definition of the complete prescription? Or how you can say that, yes, this prescription is now a complete one. So what factors should be included in that prescription? So these are the duties of the practitioner for the public, or his the duties to the public. So practitioner should be practitioner is a citizen. He should inform the some problem in the society, some epidemic in the society, and he should aware the layman also. He should aware the society also about the do's and don'ts regarding that epidemic, and he should dispense the medicine properly. He should write the prescription properly. Then, if some misconduct is happening with him professionally, with him हो सकता है या फिर उसकी भी कोई actions जो है that can be considered as a misconduct. The following actions shall be constitute the professional misconduct. So first one is committing the adultery or improper conduct with patient, or maintaining an improper association with the patient. This is unethical to that practitioner. He should respect the patient. He should treat that patient as a person. You should not misbehave with that patient. We have learned, or we are aware the duties of the physician towards the patient. Previously we have seen it. So in that we should respect the patient. If the physician is not giving the proper respect or misbehaving with the patient, then that patient is having the full authority to complain against you. Second is conviction by court of law for offenses involving the moral values. If you are not giving, if you are not possessing any moral values regarding that patient, then that patient can take the serious action against that physician. Signing off or giving by any practitioner of homeopathy under his name and authority any certificate, report or document of kindred character which is untrue, misleading or improper. So whenever you are having any certificate, it should be a true one. It should be a proper one. If someone falls that your certificate is false, then you will be in danger. Whenever you are, second thing is that whenever you are giving the signature to any certificate, it should be a authentic. अगर आपने किसी को एज ए प्रैक्टिशनर अभी तो नहीं है आता है बिकॉज वी आर गिविंग द सेल्फ अटेस्टेशन. पहले अटेस्टेशन के लिए आते थे हमारे पास फिजिशियन के पास. और वेन एवर यू आर गिविंग द हेल्थ सर्टिफिकेट्स नाउ इट इज the many hospitals are charging 500 rupees for the health certificate. So whenever you are giving the sign on such certificate, it so these rules and regulations you have to follow regarding the certificates also. Then the selling of a drug or a poison regulated by law to the public or his patient, save as provided by the law. So you should not give any unnecessary things, drugs जिसको हम बोलते हैं narcotics. So if you are having the registration number, you are having the license to carry the certain drugs, that means this is not key you are having the license to sell the narcotics. So you should not do this unethical things. Performing or enabling an unqualified person to perform an abortion or any illegal operation for which there is no medicinal, surgical or psychological indication. Yes, ये पहले बहुत हुआ था कि the physicians are doing the abortion, criminal abortions, yeah, because of the sex determination. If the sex of the child is girl, then that physician causing the abortion. And before the abortion, we should uh, give the consent form to the patient. And we should add the report there also by the physician. So patient consent means patient ready hai for that abortion for XYZ reason, and the physician has to mention the reason why they are doing the abortion. So in that many physicians are giving the reason that the development of that child is not proper. There is some problem or the abnormality in the uterus. So they are giving such medical proper reasons for the abortion. But this is not the proper way. This is the unethical. If the physician is doing such a way, then this is the criminal way of doing all these things. If you know कि बीच में बहुत सारे physicians ऐसे पकड़े थे by the medical authorities and by the police कि they are doing the illegal abortions. So this should not be happen because इसमें patient की जान भी जा सकती है. and this is again not beneficial for the society. So by the and nowadays the sex determination is a totally ban in every hospital. So by giving any reason, any medical reason, if the physician is doing all these things, then his registration is get cancelled by the MCH. Then similarly, when he is issuing any certificate to the layman, जैसे हम लोग लाते हैं कि बीमार थे 10-15 दिन कॉलेज अटेंड नहीं किया and then we are bringing the medical certificate. So to issue such medical certificate to the fake person, and अगर आप पकड़े जाते हो, अगर वो पेशेंट या कोई अगर आपके इसमें कंप्लेंट करता है, then your registration will get cancelled. So issuing the certificate to any non-medical person without any proper or the true reason, without any treatment, then this is again unethical. Yes, if that person is genuinely having the problem, then you can give the certificate with the ethical manner, with the proper instructions. But if that person is fake and if you are giving the certificate, then you will be in danger. Then affixing a signboard on the chemist shop or places where the practitioner of homeopathy does not reside or work. दिस इज अगेन अ प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट. जहाँ पे आप प्रैक्टिस करते हो वहीं पे आप अपना बोर्ड लगाओ, डू योर प्रैक्टिस. आप रहते हो XYZ जगह पे, आपने बोर्ड लगाया है केमिस्ट के पास, दिस इज अगेन अ मिसकंडक्ट. Disclosing the secret of a patient that have been learned in the exercise of profession except in a court of law under orders of the preceding judge. हमने पहले ही देखा था कि when you are doing the treatment of the patient, you should maintain the secrecy about his disease, about that patient. You should not discuss it. Even you should not publish his history in the medical journals without his consent. या फिर आप उसका नाम मत लिखो, एड्रेस मत लिखो, कुछ भी मत लिखो, and just give the medical history. But in that case, again, if the patient complained against you, then you will be in a danger. So better way, you take the consent from the patient and do all these things. So the secrecy of the complaint, the secrecy of that patient should be maintained. हाँ, कहाँ पे आप disclose कर सकते हो? In front of the judge. If somebody calls you as a medical advisor, आप जब कोर्ट में जाते हो फॉर एनी क्रिमिनल केस, तो वहां पे यू कैन डिस्क्लोज इट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द जज. सो आप ये मेडिको लीगल केसेस आप पढ़ोगे इन द सेकेंड ईयर इन द FMT. सो इन द मेडिको लीगल केसेस यू कैन बी कॉल्ड टू गिव द क्या बोलते हैं उसको, टू गिव साक्ष्य देने के लिए आपको बुला सकते हैं, आपको स्टेटमेंट करने के लिए एज अ मेडिकल ऑफिसर वहां पे आपको बुला सकते हैं. इन दैट केस you can disclose the history. In that case only, otherwise not. Otherwise it will be a professional misconduct. Secondly, the publishing photographs or case reports of patient in any medical or other journal in a manner by which their identity could be made out without their permission, provided that if the identity of the patients is not disclosed, their consent is not necessary. अभी मैंने कहा था ये कि if you want to publish the history of the patient without disclosing the identity, then there is no need to take the consent. But if you want to publish the name, address, and all the things regarding that patient, we have to take the permission from the patient. Otherwise, it is unethical. Public exhibition of a scale of fees provided that the same may be displayed in the physician's consulting or the waiting room. आप एक फीस वहां पे डिस्प्ले कर रहे हो और दूसरी फीस आप पेशेंट से ले रहे हो, so this is again a professional misconduct. This should not be happen because previously it is said that कि consultation charges show off करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो यही होता था कि पेशेंट से डिमांड बहुत ज़्यादा होती थी. सो वेरी रिसेंटली ये रूल आया है, बट दिस इज नॉट द कंपल्सरी इन ऑल एरियाज. जहाँ जहाँ पे बोला गया है वहीं वहीं पे कंसल्टेशन चार्जेस लिखना जरूरी है. बट दिस इज अगेन रिसेंट रूल ये आया है, पहले ये नहीं था. नेक्स्ट इज यूजिंग द एजेंट्स प्रोक्योरिंग पेशेंट्स. तो कोई भी एजेंट रखा है वो XYZ एरिया में, एंड दैट ब्रोकर हम बोल सकते हैं उसको, और एनी एजेंसी कि दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग यू द पेशेंट. दिस इज अगेन टोटली प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट. Claiming to be a specialist without having any substantial number of years of study or experience in the subject concerned, or without possessing a special qualification in the branch concerned. मैं अगर उठ के बोलूँ कि now I am a specialist in the treating of the obese person without any experience, without any knowledge, without any certificate, then this is again a professional misconduct. I should have a proper experience, at least 10 years. I should have a proper degree, and I should have the proper number of cured or the treated person, and then only I can call myself as a specialist in that particular disease. Otherwise, this is again a professional misconduct. So we have seen so many points where there can be a professional misconduct. So first one is that you should not charge heavy fees from the patient. Second is that if the patient comes to you from the another physician, again the fees should be fixed, or you cannot take the fees unless and until वो patient आपको दे रहा है. Then the practitioner should not issue any fake health certificate. Then the practitioner should not advertise himself in the chemist if you are not working there. Then he should not sell any drugs or any poison. This is again the professional misconduct. Then he should behave properly with the patient. He should not sign the certificates. Then he should not do any abortion or the any surgical operation without, or the psychological indication अगर वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है तो he cannot do it. Then we have seen he should not disclose the secrecy of the patient unless and until he called as a medical legal officer. He should not publish the photographs or the case history of the patient without his consent. Then display of the fees that we have discussed. You should not have any broker to take the patients from that particular area. And lastly, we have seen that he should not exhibit himself as a specialist unless and until he is not having any certificate or the experience. And then we have seen the duties of practitioner to the public. He is also a citizen. He should convey all the things that is happening in the OPD or in the community to the public health department, and he should dispense the proper medicine according to that. He should give the proper knowledge to his colleagues or to the municipal corporation in the epidemic, in the pandemic also. Then we have seen the duties of practitioner during the consultation. The professional misconducts are very important. They cover the whole chapter. The duties of practitioner to the profession also, we have seen how much charges he has to take, how he should behave during the visit, how he should behave in the obstetric cases. Then we have seen how he should behave with the patient. There should not be any negligence with the patient. Then we have seen the general principles that the patient should follow. So these are all the professional conduct etiquettes and the code of ethics. From the declaration and oath, the character of the physician, there should not be any advertisement. He should not take the payment from his medical colleague or the medical professional. He should not take any rebate or the commission or the cut practice. he is very much bounded with the patient. To treat the patient is whole and soul responsibility. He should maintain the secrecy of the patient. In the profession, he is also having the certain responsibility. He should give the respect to the teachers, respect to the profession, and he should he can be a member of any medical society. Similarly, if he is going for the consultation, he has to follow the certain rules and regulations. And he is a physician, though he is a physician, but he is also having the certain um, public, he has to follow the certain public rule also because he is a human being. So उसने जो भी सोसाइटी में हो रहा है उसको इन्फॉर्म करना it is very much necessary. And whenever there is an emergency, just like a pandemic or the epidemic, that physician should be on his toes. He should give his service to the patient, to the humanity, to the society. इन्फेक्शन हो जाएगा ये डर से उसने घर में नहीं बैठना चाहिए. This is his prime responsibility. आप भी physician नहीं हो, you are not a registered practitioner, but you are having a knowledge, some knowledge of the medical field. So you can also aware your society, your family members regarding this infection, how this infection is spreading, what are the do's and don'ts of this COVID. So at least you can give because you know the terminology, you know the importance. So you can also aware. Yes, I have said in the consultation only you should consult to the registered medical practitioner only, and you have to call only registered practitioner. But this is for the consultancy, but for the awareness you can do it. Awareness you can do because there is no need of the registered practitioner because you know the terminology, you know the basic science, you know the logic, you know the infectious diseases, and hence you can do it as a citizen because आपल्याला पण सोसायटीला काही देणं असतं. आपण पण समाजाचे एक भाग आहोत. दो वी आर मेडिकल फील्ड बट आपण शेवटी ह्युमन बिंग्स आहोत. सो जसं मी डिस्पोजल ऑफ मास्कचं सांगितलं तसं तुम्ही अजून काही अवेअरनेस करू शकता. हा तुम्ही मेडिकल जर्नल्स मध्ये ते पब्लिश करू शकत नाही, बट यू कॅन अवेअर द पेशंट ओरली. यू कॅन गिव्ह द गुड ऍडवाइजेस टू द पेशंट. देन लास्टली वी हॅव सीन द सर्टन प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट की आपलं नाव कुठे छापायचं नाही. यू शुड नॉट गिव्ह the narcotics, you should not sign the fake certificates. So all the things you have to follow for the betterment of the society. So these are all the ethics and code for the physician. So nobody will ask the question on it. Ethical code and etiquettes and code पे rarely question पूछते हैं. It may be of 5 marks. लेकिन these are all the general knowledge. एज अ मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर आपको ये जनरल नॉलेज होनी चाहिए कि आपके प्रोफेशन में आपको कैसे बिहेव करना है, आपके कलीग के साथ आपको कैसे बिहेव करना है. आप कंसल्टेंसी पे जाते हो या किसी को बुलाते हो तो आपके रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस क्या है, आप प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट कौन से है. सो ये सब एथिक्स एंड कोड यू शुड नो बिकॉज आफ्टर 3 to 4 years you will also do the practice, and in that if you don't know the rules then it is very difficult. तो नॉट फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू आपको पता होना चाहिए, बट आपको आगे जाके प्रैक्टिस करनी है एंड फॉर दैट आल्सो यू शुड नो. So please read this chapter as a story. You will get it very easily. This is very easy chapter. And again, same thing. If you have a query, you can ask me. Please read this chapter because you are a future physician. And this is the right way, or this is the right situation. I am key. You are getting the much knowledge. You are also familiar with the many words, medical terminology आपको अभी पता चल रही है. Even in the first year, आप pass out भी नहीं हो first year, but you are getting the much more knowledge of infectious diseases, how it is spreading, how you will have to stop it, how you will maintain the hygienic condition, what are the do's and don'ts of this pandemic, और हमने क्या करना चाहिए ऐसे वक्त. सो दिस इज अ प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज टू यू जैसे इन द फर्स्ट ईयर ओनली. सो यू हैव टू टेक द एडवांटेज of it right? You read the different medicines, you read the pathophysiology, bacteria, viruses, कैसे they are affecting, how our medicines are acting, how we are getting the medicines, society में क्या चल रहा है, how you can aware, you can learn it because this is your learning stage. You can learning process है आपकी ये very much in the first year. You take the advantage and do your studies. Okay. So if you have any difficulty, you can ask me anytime. Give the answers to me. Two questions I have asked you. Give the answers and do your study.